Hey everyone, Beth from Tasty Yummies. So we all know that smoothies have become a popular meal replacement, snack, and all-around trendy food. But I want to teach you today how to build a smarter smoothie, a smoothie that's not going to explode your blood sugar, that won't leave you hangry within 2 hours, and it has absolutely everything you need to be a complete and balanced meal. So the first thing you want to start with, obviously, is your liquid or your milk or your almond milk. Today we're going to use an unsweetened almond milk. You can make your own from scratch at home. I have a full and complete tutorial on Tasty Yummies. If you don't want to make your own, buy a store-bought, but just make sure it's not loaded with sugar or gums or other weird ingredients. The next thing we're going to talk about, super duper important to making your smoothie a complete meal replacement, is protein. We want to make sure we're using a full and complete protein. These here are two of my favorites. They are both grass-fed beef isolate proteins. The reason that I don't recommend collagen peptides as your main source of protein in a smoothie is that it's not a full and complete amino acid profile protein. So it has a ton of benefits for your gut, your skin, your hair, your nails, but we don't get everything we need from a protein, which is to help us rebuild and repair our muscles. Besides rebuilding and repairing your muscles and keeping you satiated, protein also keeps your blood sugar steady throughout the day. So this will keep you full after your smoothie, not just for an hour, but for several hours on end. And I always recommend about 20 to 35 grams of whatever protein that you're using. Also as important as your protein is a high quality fat in your smoothie. Your fat also helps keep you satiated, so you're not hungry within an hour of smoothie time. But fats also help with the absorption and the assimilation of key nutrients. So as we start to add in some fruits and vegetables and other nutrient-dense foods, your fat's gonna make sure that you get all of that absorbed. Some of my favorite fats for smoothies are liquid MCT oil, and you can also use MCT oil powder. I love coconut meat, coconut butter, coconut oil. Nut butters of any kind bring so much flavor and texture and taste. So almond butter is one of my faves, as is peely nut butter. Avocado, this is like the smoothie's best friend. Not only does it make your smoothie rich and thick and fatty, but it just fills it out and will keep you so full. And we all know that avocados are loaded with healthy fats. And I would say for any smoothie you're making, 1 to 2 tablespoons of whatever fat that you're including. Also super important to any meal replacing smarter smoothie is your fiber. Fiber slows down the process of sugar absorption in the body. It promotes a healthy gut microbiome. It works with detoxification in the body and maintaining the integrity of your gut lining through the production of short-chain fatty acids. My biggest piece of advice with fiber is don't go too hard too fast, because you'll have a disaster pants on your hands. So start small. I always recommend about 1/4 to 1 teaspoon of whatever fiber you're using, and then slowly work your way up to about a tablespoon. Some of my personal favorites for my smarter smoothies are this prebiotic fiber powder. It's great for kind of, as I mentioned, helping with the proliferation of a healthy gut microbiome, and it's tasteless and it kind of thickens your smoothie. Ground flax seeds are also another great option, as is chia seeds, but don't forget the fiber. So next up is my favorite group. It's the leafy greens, the plants, the veggies, and the herbs. And this is where you're getting a great way to add in additional fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and it's just so many nutrients in one shot. And you can go to town here. You can add as many different things as you want and as much as you want. Some of my personal favorites, I love, love, love baby spinach, but kale is also a great option for smoothies. Two of my most favorite smarter smoothie pro tips that will literally change the smoothie game for you. Frozen cauliflower rice, right out of the freezer, drop it in the smoothie. It not only gives you obviously all the nutrients of the cauliflower, but it fills out your smoothie. You don't have to have like the iciness of just plain ice cubes. It's pretty tasteless, but also frozen zucchini, game changer. Like slice up a whole zucchini, throw it in the freezer, freeze it overnight, toss it in your smoothie. Super duper creamy, super thick. There's no flavor at all. But whatever veggies you pick, just go with what you personally like. Maybe switch it up to get different nutrients throughout the week, and whatever's in season and looks the best to you. So the next group is fresh fruit, frozen fruit, or starchy vegetables. You don't want to put in 7 different sugary fruits or 4 cups of banana and a whole mango. Go with lower sugar fruits like berries, and they can be fresh or frozen. But I also love frozen butternut squash. It makes your smoothie super creamy. I love the color. But again, you can go with frozen fruit, acai berries. Just keep it to about 1/4 to 1/2 cup so that you're not basically consuming a candy bar's worth of sugar in your smoothie. All right, so the thing that makes my smarter smoothies different than most that you'll find is that I tell people it is crucial that you add something crunchy on top of your smoothie. And here's the reason. When you're not chewing your food, your mouth isn't releasing salivary amylase. And I know you're like, what the heck is that, Beth? It's an enzyme in your mouth that actually starts the digestive process when you start chewing your food. And it triggers the rest of your digestive tract to start doing its job as well. So I'm huge on chewing. Even if your smoothie is super liquid and you can stuff a straw in there and run out the door, throw some crunchies on top. I like coconut flakes or cacao nibs or homemade grain-free granola. And this way, the rest of my digestive tract gets the memo that we're eating food so it can properly break it down and assimilate the nutrients, and I can actually enjoy all of this good stuff I just put in my smoothie. Last but not least, there's a group I like to call bonuses or boosts, and this is where you can have fun with your smoothie. You can add or put in anything that you like, both for flavor, for superfood status. Some of my personal favorites, I love turmeric, cacao powder, sea salt, fresh ginger grated right in there, maybe a little matcha powder for some extra antioxidants and caffeine. But everything in that group is kind of bonus. It's just like the icing on the cake to make your smarter smoothie your own, and add as much or as little as you want, but have fun with it. So that's really all you need to know to build a smarter smoothie. Head over to tasteyummies.com for the full tutorial and more.